Good evening. My name is Carmela David, clerk for the Planning and Zoning Commission. This evening's meeting is unusual because there is currently no commission chairperson or vice chairperson. Therefore, under Robert's Rules of Order, I will ask Commissioner Griffiths to lead us in the pledge.
Thank you. Please stand. Join me in the pledge. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you.
Next, I will ask for a roll call. Commissioner Griffiths?
Present.
Commissioner Evans?
Here.
Commissioner Laney?
Here.
Commissioner Rutherford?
Here.
Commissioner Bourdon?
Here.
Commissioner Rankin?
Here.
Okay, the first order of business tonight will be a motion to elect an acting chairperson to conduct this meeting only. Can I have a motion to nominate an acting chairperson?
I'd like to nominate Sandra Griffiths, chairperson.
Second.
May I get a second?
Second.
Okay, I will take a roll call vote. Commissioner Griffiths?
Yes.
Commissioner Evans?
Yes.
Commissioner Rutherford?
Yes.
Commissioner Bourdon?
Yes.
Commissioner Rankin?
Yes.
Okay. Commissioner Laney, I'm sorry.
Yes.
Thank you. Okay, Commissioner, or Acting Chairperson Griffiths, I have the minutes from the regular meeting on August 14th and the special session meeting minutes from the August 31st. I'll bring them down.
Good evening. Ms. Carmela, we're going to approve these minutes further on in the discussion tonight, correct?
Yes.
Thank you. Hello, my name is Sandra Griffiths, and I'm the acting chairperson of the Planning and Zoning Commission for this evening's meeting, and I will be presiding over the commission's deliberations at this meeting. The Planning and Zoning Commission sits in an advisory capacity to the Town Council and reviews planning and zoning issues and forwards recommendations regarding these important issues to Council. This evening's proceedings will be conducted using the following format. First, I will read the hearing application into the record. Following the identification of the hearing application, staff will present the case and their recommendations to the Commission. After this, any questions from the Planning and Zoning Commission will be directed to staff regarding the case. After the Commission initially reviews the application, the floor will be open for comment. The first person invited to address the Commission will be the applicant to provide any comment regarding the matter and answer any questions. At that point, I will open the floor to general comments from the public regarding the matter before the Commission. I ask that you direct your pertinent comments to the Commission through the acting chairperson this evening and not to the applicant, staff, or other individuals in the audience. I would also appreciate your cooperation in making your statement brief and to the point, as I may exercise the prerogative to confine public comment, if need be, to 3-minute intervals per person should there be considerable public involvement in the case. Our regular agenda this evening, I call the October 9th, 2023 Planning and Zoning Commission meeting to order. And our first item on the agenda is approval of the minutes from the August 14th, 2023 meeting. If the commission has reviewed the minutes, I would entertain a motion for approval of these minutes. Upon receiving a motion and a second, we will ask for a voice vote.
I move we accept the minutes of August 14th, 2023.
Thank you, Commissioner Evans. Do we have a second?
Second.
Thank you, Commissioner Rutherford. All of those in favor, a voice vote, please. Commissioner Bourdon?
Aye.
Commissioner Laney?
Aye.
Commissioner Rankin?
Aye.
Commissioner Evans?
Aye.
Commissioner Rutherford?
Yes.
And Commissioner Griffiths, yes. Those meeting minutes have been approved. Now on to approve the August 31st, 2023 study session minutes. I will entertain an approval of those minutes, please.
I just have one question of clarification for Mr. Drake first, or do we make the motion first, or?
I didn't
just want to
hear.
clarify one point in the minutes. Do we make the motion first and then I can ask a question? Or do I ask a question and we make a motion?
I believe you asked the question first.
Okay, all right with you, Chair.
Yes, Commissioner Evans, is it on these particular meeting minutes of August
Is-
31st?
On August 31st, Stephen, there's a comment on page 21 that I think I read correctly, but I just would like to have clarified. And we were talking about submittal of documents and access to documents by commissioners and so forth. And it says, Mr. Legler added that anything that is made available to the commission must also be made available to the public. Occasionally, I might email Ernest and say, please send me the TIA for that, or a hydrology study or something like that. It hasn't been in the packet. So this wording by Ivan wouldn't prevent me. I mean, it is, if I ask for a TIA, it's also available to the public through FOIA. So this wouldn't prevent me from asking for additional documents that might not be in the packet prior to the meeting, for my own study in the 2 weeks prior to the meeting. I can ask for anything I want as long as it's available to the public. Like, it doesn't have to be in the packet for me to see it. Okay, thank you. That's what I thought. I just wanted to clarify. Thank you very much.
Everything that you should,
Well, the whole file's not going to be in the packet.
most of relevant stuff should be in the packet, but if you need follow-up with staff, certainly you can do that.
Thank you very much.
And assuming staff has that document.
Yep.
Thank you, Commissioner Evans. All of those in favor, please by voice vote. I need a motion to approve the minutes for August 31st, 2023.
Chairman, I'd like to put a motion forward to approve the minutes for August 31st, 2023 study session meeting.
Thank you, Commissioner Rankin. Do we have a second?
Second that.
Thank you, Commissioner Evans. All those in favor by voice vote, Commissioner Rutherford?
Yes.
Commissioner Evans?
Yes.
Commissioner Rankin?
Yes.
Commissioner Laney?
Yes.
Commissioner Bourdon?
Yes.
And Commissioner Evans, yes, or Griffiths, yes. Next agenda item, do we have any announcements from commission members or staff?
We wanted to welcome Phil Bourdon, our new commissioner. Mr. Bourdon, would you like to tell us a little bit about yourself?
Sure. Came to Prescott Valley in 1995 as a civil engineer and have worked in the area since then. I've recently retired. I was a civil engineer with Yavapai County for many years, eventually the public works director, and then eventually for the last 10 years I was the county administrator. So worked on a lot of roads in the areas throughout Yavapai County, and also got to meet and work with many other great individuals, and I'm really happy to be appointed to the commission and look forward to it. Last thing I would add is I did serve on the commission from 97 to 2005, so familiar with some of the development that's gone on in the past. Again, look forward to it.
Welcome to the commission, Mr. Bordone. Our next agenda item is action items. The first item on the agenda this evening is 6A, amending Chapter 13 Comprehensive Fee Schedule and Planning and Zoning Commission Chair Selection. Mr. Ernest Ruby, thank you for being here. Your presentation.
Thank you, Acting Chair Griffith. The item before you are amendments to Chapter 13. The first part, and the question was whether we could bifurcate these, but since they're both amendments to Chapter 13, we were told to move those forward together as one item. And the first item involves fees that are paid through the Planning and Zoning Department that used to be through the Planning and Zoning Department. They're now part of our comprehensive fee schedule. So if you noticed all the strike-throughs in your packet, those are where all references to fees are taken out, and they're now part of the comprehensive fee structure schedule, if you will, that the town has adopted. So that is the first part of your ask, and that involves the permits, the fees and charges, where you see all the strike-throughs all the way down to Section 3. So if there's any questions on the comprehensive fee schedule, be glad to answer those at this time.
Thank you, Mr. Ruby. Does the commission have any questions of staff? Mr. Commissioner Bordone?
So how often are they going to update the comprehensive fee schedule? Not that I care, but it makes total sense having it separate from the town code, because that way it can be looked at periodically based on staff and town management on what they think, and then the town code doesn't have to be amendment, which wastes a lot of time and energy. So was there a period of time they were sitting up and thinking like annually or every other year?
Commissioner Bordone, Commissioners, I believe there was a one-year schedule. It was going to be reviewed on an annual basis to see about updates to the comprehensive fee schedule.
Okay, thanks. Like I said, the real comment I have is it makes total sense getting rid of it out of the code and just making it a separate schedule. So thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you, Commissioner Bordone. Commissioner Laney? Do you have any questions for staff?
No.
Commissioner Rankin? Any questions for staff? Commissioner Evans?
No. This isn't our jurisdiction.
Totally agree, and it was a great thing to separate this, so thank you, staff, for doing that.
Thank you, Acting Chair Griffiths. The second part of your agenda is the structure. Item 1328020, the structure of your commission and how elections are to be held, when they're to be held, and what the succession is on those. So I'd like to just briefly go through those with you, if I may. The gist of it is that the commission shall elect its own chairperson and vice chairperson to serve two-year terms from the election date. The election date shall be November of odd years, so we will hold an election now, and that election will actually be 2 years and 1 month, because we'll carry it through the balance of this year, and then the next election period will be in 26. So the next, in 25, the next odd year. The chairperson vacancy, if there is a vacancy, then the vice chair will serve the balance of that term. And the election for the vice chair, whose term will be coterminous with the newly elected chairperson. So in other words, if the chair were to resign, the vice chair would move up in succession. The vice chair, the new vice chair being moved to the chair position would serve the balance of that, term, and whomever would be elected to the vice chair position would be coterminous, or they would have the same term as that person. The chair, the vice chair may not consecutively serve more than one full 2-year term. However, that person may serve more than one term if it's not consecutive and may have served prior abbreviated term. So, for example, if in midterm the vice chair is moved to the chair's position, they could finish that term, and then they could be nominated for another term. The vice chair vacancy prior to the expiration of the 2-year term for which they were elected, if there's a vacancy for that vice chair, the commission will immediately hold a vote for that vice chair position for the expiration of that 2-year term. And those were some very good suggestions, recommendations that were received in an email from Commissioner Evans, and that's basically what the restructure was patterned after. Be glad to answer any questions if you have them. Our legal counsel is here to answer questions as well, so please.
Thank you, Mr. Ruby. Any questions from the commission? Commissioner Laney?
I would like a clarification. We are going to be voting for a chair and a vice chair this evening. Their term will run to November 2025, correct?
Yes, ma'am. Correct.
Okay. So whomever we elect this evening will serve for 2 years and 1 month, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, just want to clarify. Thank you.
Any other questions I can answer?
Simple.
I appreciate Commissioner Evans' hard work on this. Thank you very much. At this time, if there are no other questions for the commission, we'll open it up to public comment. Public comments closed. Okay, so now, sorry, Mr. Ruby, do we now open it up to the commission for a nomination for vice chair and chair?
We first need
We have to
to
vote on this.
take a vote on
Oh, okay, yes.
on the 6A.
Chair, I'll make a motion to approve amending Chapter 13, Comprehensive Fee Schedule and Planning and Zoning Commission Chair Selection.
Do we have a second? Thank you, Commissioner Bordone.
I second it.
Thank you, Commissioner Laney. All those in favor, please by voice vote. Commissioner Bordone,
Yes.
Commissioner Laney,
Yes.
Commissioner Rankin,
Yes.
Commissioner Evans,
Yes.
Commissioner Rutherford,
Yes.
Commissioner Griffiths, yes. Now what?
Motion passed.
Did we passed?
Now the election.
And Commissioner Griffiths, to take a little bit of load off you, you can let Carmella take the roll vote.
Perfect. Now you come in with that.
Wait, one more time. Doing such a good job.
You rascal. Now we will open it up to the commission for election of officers. Commission chair and vice chair. Do we have a nomination for chair?
I'd again like to nominate Sandra Griffiths for chair.
Second.
I would like to make a nomination to nominate Mr. Evans as chair.
Second.
Now that we have 2 nominations, Ms. David, how do we proceed?
We can do a written On a piece of paper, if you like. Or
Or the other option is?
a voice call
Oh.
vote.
Last time.
Yeah, we would vote first on the nomination for you, and then second for the nomination for Mr. Evans, or Commissioner Evans, excuse me. But we can do it either written ballot or voice call.
So we have a motion on the floor to nominate Mr. Evans as chair. Do we,
In order.
oh, it was for me?
Yeah.
Oh, I was putting, the first nomination was for Ms. Griffiths as chair. Do I have we have a second? So we'll do a vote, a voice vote,
Sure. Yes, if that's what you prefer.
okay?
Okay.
Madam Chair,
Yes,
the last time we had a vote in January, we voted by ballot. And I think for the harmony of all working together in the future, it would be wise if we vote by ballot.
that's perfectly acceptable, Commissioner Laney.
Give her a few moments to put the ballots together.
I'd like to hear from you. Do you want to do that? Are you willing to take it on?
Part of me wants to. Can I do it?
Pardon? And now you get the gavel.
Thank you. Yeah, rip it in half so we vote
Oh,
on
rip it in
that one,
half,
too.
since we have two.
Thank you.
Absolutely.
Thank you.
Okay, so we have 4 votes for Griffiths as chair and 2 votes for Evans as chair. So Griffiths, it's passed with Griffiths as the new chair.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Congratulations.
Our next order of business action item, election of officers to elect a vice chair. Do we have a motion for a vice chair, please?
I move we elect Evans as vice chair.
Thank you, Commissioner Rutherford. Do we have a second?
Second.
Thank you, Commissioner Rankin. Ms. David,
Would you like a
roll call
voice
vote for
call or ballot?
We need a motion to accept Mr. Evans as vice chair. We have a motion and a second.
Okay. Commissioner Griffiths?
Yes.
Commissioner Evans?
Yes.
Commissioner Laney?
Yes,
Commissioner Rutherford?
Yes.
Commissioner Bourdon?
Yes.
Commissioner Rankin?
Yes.
Congratulations. Are there any other additional comments or questions? Commission?
Will staff provide us a new list of names and contact and so forth, since we've added a new member now and lost 2 members?
Yes, and we will update with the new chair and vice chair.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you, Commissioner Rankin. Our next item is call to the public. Do we have any public? Thank you. I guess our next item is adjournment. Do I have a motion for adjournment, please?
I move we adjourn.
Second.
Thank you.